What's up guys, Sunny here and welcome back to a brand new video here on my channel. You guys keep on asking me about Norway all the freaking time. And so I decided on finally talking a little bit about our culture. So let me ask you a question. When you think of Norway, what is the first thing you think of? Now let me guess. Your answer is most likely the trolls, the fjords, and the beautiful nature. And maybe even the northern lights. But here's the deal. There are so many things that you probably have never even heard about that we Norwegians do. Even if you've been to Norway, you might not even have noticed all the strange stuff we do. And so in this video, I decided that I wanted to give you some insider information on the Norwegian society. So I guess there's only one thing to do. Let's get to it. Number one is that we Norwegians always eat tacos on Fridays. The stores, they sell tacos or just like Tex-Mex in general for cheaper prices on Fridays, just because we Norwegians, we have this awesome tradition of eating tacos every freaking Friday. I might have told you guys about it before, but it's like the greatest thing ever because I love tacos. It's obviously not the same tacos as you can get in like Mexico and stuff, but it's amazing. We Norwegians, we praise it like it's legendary. It's literally a god. Okay, that's maybe too far. The second thing we Norwegians do is snowbathing. I'm not saying that every single Norwegian does this, but some definitely do. And we go out in the snow, we take our clothes off, and we just... It's really freaking cold. I don't think I've ever done it actually, or maybe when I was a kid, God knows, I don't know. But it's like quite common and I think it's good for your health and stuff. I don't know why, it's just how it is. Too far again. The third thing about us Norwegians is that we eat this pizza called Grandiosa, which basically is the most Norwegian freaking food you can get out there. It's basically a frozen pizza with whatever you want on it. You can get it in the store. Everyone eats it. Some people even eat it at like Christmas. They replace Christmas food with this freaking cardboard tasting bleh. Actually, when I think about it, it's actually very good, but it's like not good for you at all. But the fact that people replace their Christmas food with this pizza is just unbelievable. It blows my mind. It's like, what? The fourth thing about us Norwegians is that we pretty much only eat brown bread. By brown bread, I mean like breads that include a certain percent of whole grain flour and all that, you know, that stuff that no one really cares about except the people who actually trains and cares about their body, you know. We pretty much don't use white bread. That's actually one thing I noticed when I went to the US, that they only had white bread. And I was like, why don't you guys have our Norwegian bread? Number 5, the so-called Marius sweater. Now I know that I own a Marius sweater, but it's like, I don't know where it is, so I can't show it to you guys, but I have a picture right here. The thing is that there was this ski dude called Marius Eriksen. He also was a World War II flying ace. For some reason this sweater was named after him, and pretty much every Norwegian owned this sweater. If you ever go to Norway, or if you're a fan of Norway or whatever, you should definitely get a Marius genser. Number 6 is cross skiing. As soon as the snow appears, we take our skis out and we start cross skiing. Cross skiing is probably like one of the biggest sports in Norway. I'm not 100% sure about that. You guys should probably fact check me on that one, but like it's very popular. We go to our cabins on the mountains and we walk for hours and hours and we get our chocolate called quick lunch. We also bring oranges. It's just like freaking amazing, okay? Cross skiing is great. Also, by the way, keep in mind that these are all my opinions. Like when I visualize a Norwegian, this is what I see. Number 7 is that we do in fact have a king and a queen, but pretty much nobody knows what they actually do. I mean, they're there, we know their names, pretty much no one knows what they do. If you ask old people, they probably know, but if you ask like a normal teenager or whatever, they probably don't know. They're just there in Oslo in the freaking castle and they're just like, God knows what they do. Maybe that was a little bit too dramatic. We probably know a little bit of what they do, but like, yeah, it's kind of weird. Number 8 is that we never wear shoes inside. Actually, in fact, I'm not even wearing socks right now. Like, I know that in a lot of countries it's normal to wear shoes inside, but we really don't. We usually have this clean spot. We place our shoes near the entrance, which by the way is there in my house, and we place our shoes there in the shoe shelf. And yeah, I know that it might sound weird to a lot of you guys, but it's like, yeah, totally normal here to not wear shoes inside. Of course we wear shoes to the shopping mall and whatever, but not at home. Number 9 is when we go to the bus, because you know there are always plenty of seats and sometimes it's full, and we normally literally dodge sitting next to anybody because we don't like sitting next to strangers. It's just something about the awkward experience of starting a conversation with a stranger that we Norwegians really don't like. I know that when I took the bus, some people even placed their bag on the seat next to them so people wouldn't sit there, and that is like so weird. We're not really rude or anything, it's just that we're shy, I guess. Which leads me to number 10, being that we drink to get social. Like you probably have understood by now, we are very introverted. Okay, of course there are some extroverts, but you know what I'm saying, okay? We don't normally speak to strangers, but when we drink, when we get some beer in our blood, or when we get any alcohol in our blood, we start getting so super social. But it's seriously true. If you meet someone on the street, they might not say hi to you, but if you meet someone at the pub, they'll say hi to you immediately and start a conversation and whatever. It's fascinating. Number 11 is that we Norwegians go to Sweden a lot and we get a hell of a sunburn every single time. Now, if you're not Norwegian, you probably have zero clue what Sweden is. But let me help you out. Sweden is anywhere near the Mediterranean coast. You know, where it's sunny, where it's cheap, where it's warm. Yeah, I've already said that. But basically a place you can take a direct plane to. No stops, no nothing, just directly to Sweden. It's a thing. We travel there every summer. Every single summer. Because obviously it's a lot cheaper there than in Norway and stuff like that. But it's great. Number 12 is that we always say ha and oi. This I actually find so rude, because if someone literally steps on your foot, they'll only say oi and not like sorry or anything like that. It's just so annoying. It pisses me off. I mean, I say oi as well if I bump into my friends, or if I do something stupid, or if I knock something down accidentally, of course. But seriously, if I bump into a stranger, it's so mean saying oi. And ha is when we don't hear what the other person says. Instead of saying pardon, can you repeat that, or whatever, we just say ha. And this is probably the first thing you'll notice if you ever go to Norway. Number 13 is that we are very critical towards other chocolate brands than our own Holy, Freia and Nidar. It's literally our dearest chocolate brands. Of course there are other Norwegian brands that we love as well, but like the moment you come with any other chocolate than Norwegian chocolate, we'll be very critical about it. Norwegian chocolate is literally the best chocolate in the world. I know that Swiss chocolate is considered the best chocolate in the world, but I strongly disagree. No offense, Switzerland. You have good chocolate as well, but ours is like on a whole different level of goodness. Number 14 is that at our last spring semester, we celebrate this graduation thingy called Russetiden. Russetiden is a yearly tradition that is basically part rave, part road trip, part high school graduation, and of course full lunacy. So in other words, basically just traveling around, partying, getting very, very drunk and having a blast. But we literally do this the last month of our semester. So it's basically while we're still in school, the last month. And it's like when we have all the exams and all that stuff. So it's like kind of stressful, but at the same time, it's so much fun. Alright, so the last thing I have for you guys today, the last secret information about Norway, is that a lot of Norwegians use something called snus. Now personally, I don't really like tobacco products or anything like that. I like to stay clean and I don't like that kind of stuff. But seriously, I think that more people use snus than anything in Norway. I think there are more people that use snus than people that are smoking, so that pretty much says it all. But if you don't know what snus is, it's basically a tobacco powder product type of thing. It's like a little bag that you put in under your lip here, or you can also get like some gross stuff that you can also shove up there, and I don't like that. They are basically found in like round boxes, and you have tons of bags in them. Actually, one thing that I want to mention about this is that it's a lot cheaper in Sweden, so a lot of Norwegians actually travel to Sweden only to buy snus. In Norway, everything is taxed high as hell, so it's like very expensive, especially alcohol and snus and smokes and all that stuff, which actually is kind of good because it's not good for you at all. But anyway, that was all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like button and make sure to subscribe and follow me on all the social medias. Make sure to leave some comments down below if I forgot something, or if you disagree with something, or if you have some more stuff to add about the Norwegian people. And yeah, I will talk to you guys within a couple of days with a brand new video. Bye!
Love your fate, love that taste. Every time you say that pace, every time I feel your waist, bang, baby.